What's up, Samurai? We have XMO. That was a mini heart attack. How y'all doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're doing fantastic. Wonderful. Hope this video makes your day even better. We'll talk about some updates in terms of what's been going on. I know I'm a day late to the Luxion. I'm sorry about that. Basically, my sleep schedule has just been completely messed up. And yesterday during the day, because I was so tired brain, I just didn't even think about it. I was preoccupied with getting the Genshin video up. But anyways, this is like his worst inventory yet. It's all event items, which means none of it's tradable. So I guess this is just me highlighting all of this to you guys. And then there you go. Dang. Okay, so we've got the Rolli Corgi, which, where are you? There's a lot of different Corgi things I'm missing. So Rolli Corgi, this one's kind of cute. It's just a Corgi that rolls around, and for some reason we just, yep. This is a video game. I mean, I do think it's cute, but it's just kind of weird. But for whatever reason, there you go. And then there's the Knighted Qubesly. So this is another event item. 137 max health, 45 stability. For those wondering what stability does, it's literally just anti-knockback. But it's Qubesly wearing a little knight helmet. The thing I like about the Qubesleys is if you dance, they rock out. Or in this case, he's kind of doing like the point down Dark Souls emote. But okay. And then there's the Abyss Assailant turtle mount, which I'm sorry to say this has never been one of my favorites, just because I'm not a big fan of the turtles. But I mean, yeah. Does he swim? I don't think, wait, is this one of those rare turtles that doesn't actually have like boat stats? Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's just turtle. Thankfully though, it is affected by knight subclass ability. That's why we've still got decent movement speed with it. So you can keep that in mind if you want. Then there's going to end up being the personal Renewus Orb, which, another weird one. It's a bouncing ball mount. At least it's got some VFX. But again, I'm also not a big fan of the bouncing ball mounts. Especially this one, because, I mean, look at it. You know, like, they didn't really go the extra mile. So as far as, like, modding is concerned, you can make items metallic. It's just kind of like how you can do it with the voxel programs. And it seems like they didn't even bother making this, like, shiny. But they really could have. I don't know. All they added was the glowing blocks, but okay, whatever. And then there's the Diggsly's Shadow or whatever. This is another event item, 35 Lasermancy. It is kind of cute just because of how ominous and evil he is. Like, he's got, like, you know, some neat VFX to him for a little ally, even if the eyes are a little off center. Kind of weird. And then for the Luxion style stashes. So if you go into the style section of hats, weapons, whatever, you see all these different categories. So this will give you a random seasonal event, pinata, or Luxion equipment style, which means that in most cases, it'll just give one mastery of a random style you don't already own. I would only ever recommend getting these if you're at the true end game and you have almost all the styles, because these style stashes will give you some of the items that the normal vault style stashes don't give you. Yeah. Then there's the Streamer Dream 2 boxes. So there's Streamer Dream Box 1, 2, and 3. 2 has these various items here. I'm not going to act like I know any of these or whatever. The banana one's funny. I like the Plague guy just because it makes me think of Team Fortress 2. And then, of course, the Fairy just because it's Navi. Yay. Excuse me. And then there's also going to end up being the Golden Hoard Dragon Souls. So you can only buy 15 of them per visit. And he's on a bi-weekly schedule, which means you can only get them in 2 weeks and then in another 2 weeks, which kind of sucks. It's going to cost you 400 dragon coins in total to get all of these different dragon forms, including the maxed out form right here, which does shoot fireballs. And this game is broken. But anyways, let's just move on because there's also going to end up being the dragon badges right here. You can just pause the video if you want to see all these. This is a really good ally if you're starting on the game and you're a physical class. Pretty good candy bar one. Then there's the stats for the actual dragon itself. And then there's the maxed out dragon, which again, it's all just in the sake of mastery, right? Is Luxion bigger than he's used to being? I don't know. So there's also a couple other things that I wanted to talk with you guys about and address in today's video. Namely, the Curio merchant actually has a new slew of items, and I will end up buying these. I don't think I'm going to put the Curio merchant's video up today, but I will end up getting these costumes and stuff and probably, or mounts, sorry, and put this video up tomorrow just because these actually give 100 mastery each, and they look pretty cursed, so I kind of like them. On top of that, there's a much more concerning issue going on with Trove right now that we gotta mention, which is FLUX duping is back. And not only FLUX duping, but just duping in general is here again. I think it's on console, but I'm not sure. Look at how many Gondas are in the market right now. This is how bad it is. Yeah. Apparently, as the story goes, you guys were telling me this earlier on stream. I'll put the stream out probably tomorrow or something. It's still processing. But basically, the devs ended up banning like some alpha player for cheating. No surprise. A lot of the old school players do cheat. They just didn't get banned over the years, and now I guess they're trying to clean it up. So for whatever reason, like a 12-year-old, that person ended up putting the method to duplicate stuff on the forum, and people are just going crazy. You're seeing people spike up in mastery, get top of the leaderboards and stuff. I've heard some reports from you guys that the bug or exploit, let's call it like it is, does work on console. I'm going to say my own opinion about it. I do not condone it in any way, shape, or form. I think that it's stupid. I think that the only people that are going to end up taking advantage of it are little kids because, let's be real, it's a free video game. So most people are just going to be like, man, I want to duplicate things and just cheat. But if you do that, you do risk being banned. And it also means that it affects the overall game's economy very negatively. You know, the game's already kind of suffering right now with a lot of bots and multi-accounts and stuff like that, because unfortunately there's no anti-cheat with this game, which kind of sucks because just the fact that this game's code is so like old and dated and crappy means that they can't have stuff like that, which means that the already very small dev team has to moderate multiple versions of this game. I am frankly shocked, though, that they haven't just taken down the servers to wait until they fix the duping bug or exploit. Let's be real. Like it's a big problem. It's technically been in the game for years. Like again, I think a lot of people take for granted when I say like people are duping FLUX. People don't realize they're duping billions of FLUX. Like these people have infinite FLUX for years and years and years. There's always been this one dude on PC. I don't know who it is or anything like that. I just heard through the grapevine that basically anytime somebody would end up putting a Gonda on the market that was below market value, they have so much FLUX that they would just buy them up and keep them in their personal chest so that they could keep their monopoly on the Gonda market. Like as far as I know, this person had like hundreds of Gondas, because they dupe FLUX, so who cares? So I don't know if that's the person that ended up getting banned, but I think good riddance, frankly speaking, because back in the day, here's a little bit of a story for you guys. Way back in the day, years ago, there was a point where a lot of end gamers were kind of facing the ban hammer, and the devs sat there and went, no, we can't ban this person because even though they're exploiting the game and duplicating FLUX and whatever else, they also spend a lot of money on this video game, and that was kind of their priority, which I can understand. It's a very delicate balancing act because of the way that Trove is, because obviously if the game's not profitable, it means that, you know, there's a potential that Game Ago would end up shutting it down. And I want to be very clear and say that I don't think that the duping is going to necessarily kill the game. But if it does end up like completely destroying the economy and the devs don't have a solution to roll it all back, then that would just be very, very disappointing and sad, because that would possibly break the game for a lot of people. Obviously, I'm a freak. I'm just going to keep playing this game anyways, because I'm kind of in my own little world and my own little bubble when it comes to Trove anyways. So I just enjoy it for the sake of it, and creating content on it is a lot of fun for me. But I could totally see the average player just being like, oh, so I can't even get to the end game anymore because these people that are at the end game or top leaderboards or whatever are just cheating. And you know, that's very discouraging. Like, I could understand that pushing a lot of people away. So I most of all just wanted to share my 2 cents towards it and just let you guys know that it is a rampant problem. I know arguably by talking about it, it means that people are going to probably be more aware of it and then actively search out how to do it, you know, because they just don't care. But anyways, I just wanted to, you know, make my opinion shared with you guys. So other than that, let's talk about some other stuff that's going on with the channel. So for today right now anyways, like I've got a couple other videos that are planned, more notably streams. I want to stream some more of that pixel gun game that I played like a week ago. And then I would love to stream some Rise of the Ronin just as a super casual stream. I know there won't be much interest on that game, but I've been really enjoying it. If you didn't check out my review, I'm actually quite proud of it. But the thing is, there's not really that much going on for me outside of Trove right now and playing Rise of the Ronin, because I've moved on from Dragon's Dogma 2 until we get the DLC later in the year. There might be some dev live streams soon-ish, whether it be a Nintendo Direct or other things. So hopefully we can react to those together, because I love doing the reaction streams. But otherwise, I think the closest event technically is the Ubisoft Forward event, which is still in like a month or two. But next Thursday, there's this game called No Rest for the Wicked, and that's another game that I'm actually excited about. So that is going to be a game that I will end up playing. On top of, there's a lot of other games that I'm going to play, but I just wanted to update you guys on what was the most, like, the closest thing planned, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Smash like, sub for more. Buy the merch if you want to support the channel. Still got some other Trove videos planned for you guys. But as I mentioned, you know, my sleep schedule, I basically was waking up at like 10 at night, and then I would stay up until like 7 or 1 p.m. The following day, and I was just like super zonked, just dead. But now today I ended up waking up at like 4 in the morning my time, which means I'll be going to bed during grandpa's hours, which is like 8 or 9 p.m. But at least it's a lot more reasonable, because it means that I can catch up on things. You guys don't care. Have a wonderful day.